Hey, what's going on, guys, and welcome back to another episode in my Football Manager series. This is episode 62, and today we're returning with two more big games with our Bluebirds as we take on Arsenal away in the Premier League, then Crystal Palace at Wembley in the FA Cup semi-final. And just like last episode, there were no games to show you off camera. You've seen the previous 6 in the past 3 episodes. Last episode, of course, contained the 2-0 win against Fulham in the FA quarter-final to reach the semi-finals today, and the thrilling 2-2 draw at home to league leaders Liverpool in the Premier League as well. But in fact, after that draw, Liverpool are no longer the leaders in the league. Chelsea have now overtaken them on a goal difference. The Reds do have the game in hand. United have now leapfrogged us and gone into 3rd place by a point, and we're in 4th with 63 points. 3 points separating the top 3 in the Premier League table with 8 and 9 games to go in Liverpool's case. It's been a crazy season, and as the chasing pack right now, City and Spurs are still in 5th and 6th. We're 3 points clear of City, and we've got a game in hand, and we're 5 points clear of Spurs, and we've got 2 games in hand as well. So destiny firmly in our own hands to stay in the top 4. And with 8 games to go, you look at our remaining fixtures as well. There are some big games, of course. Arsenal away at the Emirates today as well. Chelsea at home and Spurs at home as well in 2 of the final 3 games. But there are some winnable fixtures here. Aston Villa away, rock bottom Stoke at home, Swansea away, who are in 19th place and surely going down, Southampton away as well. I don't want to jinx it, but with destiny in our own hands, Arteta, we've got 4 wins from 8, 12 points on the board, 75 points. That would have been enough last year to get into the top 4. We'll be staying in the Champions League. But of course, like everything in life, that's easier said than done. The season far from finished, and hopefully we'll get a big win against Arsenal today to end their Champions League hopes and pull away in the top 4. So let's dive straight into the first game of today's episode as we do indeed take on the Gunners away at the Emirates Stadium, where of course we have not won once in the saves so far, and of course this was a place where we were dumped out of the Europa League just over a couple of weeks ago. And here's the game on the injury report right now. A couple of players are unfit and not going to start this game. Jason, I'm going to rest him until the weekend so we can play at Wembley in the FA Cup semi-final, and Maria is still recovering and will be on the bench. But Gonzalez, the OG, who went down with that broken toe 8 weeks ago, is finally back and ready to play. He'll be in the starting 11. He's not fully fit, 67% match sharpness. This is the first time we've seen Gonzalez in 2 months. We've missed the OG, and we're glad to welcome him back. So 4-4-2 diamond narrow system for the game. The Gegenpress, switching from our tiki-taka to this 4-4-2 diamond narrow, and this will be our lineup. Onana is back in goal, and the back four has gone Cowers, Kimpembe, Holding, and Stefano, with the midfield court being Camarasa, Ward, Prowse, McTominay, and Gonzalez. Back in the team as our number 10. And up top together, interesting duo, Ben Woodburn and Pedro Antonio, the 19-year-old, and a guy that's not scored a Premier League goal for us since we signed him last January. On the bench, Henderson, Matip, Davis, Odriozola, Alenia, Murphy, and Maria as well. First game is the Gunners. Let's get our first win the Emirates in the save. Come on, you Bluebirds. Here's a very interesting lineup. You can see the media already talking about it pre-game as well. You know, a few fringe players getting the nod today. You know, players like Geordie not even being in the team. And it's because I've got the weekend game in mind. And as Sancho tries to cross, Stefano blocks it. Our record at the Emirates is abysmal. And as Suso fires just wide, it almost took 20 seconds for Arsenal to go in front. I think whatever team we put out here, we'd lose the game regardless, because we just can't win in North London. We can't beat Arsenal. Oh my God! I mean, we can't beat Arsenal. We've got no chance when Andre Onana is doing that. Oh my, that is shades of Ben Foster against Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang in the week. Arsenal 1, Cardiff 0. It takes just 2 minutes for Andre Onana to drop a clanger. 1-0 Gunners. I can't believe it. Pedro Antonio takes down the long ball. Oh, and blazes it way off target, but it took a deflection and goes behind for a corner. Seriously, man. I mean, you know the saying. You can chuck it in the comments already today. You live by Onana, you die by Onana. For all the games he'll win us by making big saves, particularly late on one-on-ones, it'll cost us double that amount from stupid mistakes. 1-0 Arsenal. Andre, Jesus, man. Liverpool in front against Bournemouth as well. Vinicius Junior, who scored against us in our last game, getting the goal there. United now up front against Everton, in front against Everton as well, 1-0. Southampton are beating Chelsea though. 3 quick goals there in the other fixtures. And as I was saying, as Jadon Sancho's header is denied by Onana, but Simeone turns the rebound. I think whatever team we put out here today would get beat. So I'm thinking about Crystal Palace on the weekend. I'll be fielding a strong lineup for that game at Wembley because I want to make sure we avoid the cup set and get through to our first FA Cup final in the save. And our record here against Arsenal is abysmal. And Onana has done it again. What was that? What on earth was that? Fumbles the ball trying to kick it up and then throws his arm out once the rebound shot goes in. It was your error, mate. 2 goals for Arsenal, both errors from our number one. The game's done already. I'm tempted to take off our starters already here. And if we go 3 goals down before the half-time whistle, I'll do that. Kimpembe will come from a teep as Sancho is through. And Onana, to be fair, does recover then and make a good save on the one-on-one and turn it behind for a corner. But honestly, man, we cannot beat these guys away from home. I think here... And have we won at the Etihad before? I can't remember. I don't think we've won at Old Trafford before either. There are just certain places we just can't get a result, and this is one of them. Liverpool now 2 goals up at Anfield. Chelsea just pulled back on level terms away at St Mary's as well. So we're the team slipping up right now in the top 4. Shock horror. And I'm going to take off Kimpembe at the break because Kimpembe plays every single game for us, man. He's basically undroppable in this team. And with a weekend game in mind, I don't want to see more goals get put past him today, and that'll kill his confidence. I'm going to bring on Joel Matip for Kimpembe. Again, because the game's done. We're 2-0 down. We're not going to get back into it. You know that. So I'll take off Kimpembe. And should I take off Ward-Prowse as well? I think we'll leave him on for now. But second half to begin, and I will individually criticise the boys at the break as well. So show me now someone else in the second half. 2 goals down, but the game's done. The game was done inside the first couple of minutes. Shouldn't have changed my tactical system either. The 4-2-3-1's done well in recent weeks, but the 4-4-2 diamond arrow, I like this. I like this, particularly away from home. We do score quite a few goals with it, but today we've had one good chance with Pedro Antonio, and that's the only sight of goal we've seen. Chiesa's cross, Simeone controls. Back to the number 7, and that cross is blocked by Helder, and we will get the danger away. The only chance we've got to get back in the game is through this right here. Devastating counter-attacks. OG, through to Pedro Antonio. The Benfica boys link up, but Leno makes the save. The 19-year-old this season, I said it, he's been a bit of a streaky scorer for us, Pedro Antonio. You know, he goes missing for quite a while, and then he'll come back with like 3 goals in 4 games, but still 2-0. Any chance getting back in this game hinged on us getting a goal there. We got it from there instead. The corner failed to be dealt with, and James Ward-Prowse crosses, and Ben Woodburn has finally got it. Finally, after over 15 months of playing for Cardiff City, Ben Woodburn has scored a Premier League goal. His other 9 have come in the Europa League. This one comes in the league. Woodburn heads it home 2-1, and we could get back in this one. Going to bring on Ben Davis for Goncalves just to rest him for the weekend game. And, you know, we've come back from 2 goals down before. If you remember, probably one of our best comeback wins, if not our best ever comeback win, came against Arsenal in Wales. When we were 2-0 down, we came up to win 3-2. And as Pedro Antonio is through, Leno makes a save with a rebound. It's turned in, and Cardiff have done it. It's an own goal. We've completed the comeback. Woodburn is trailing away, celebrating it. But it's an own goal off Lenglet. And Cardiff have battled back from 2 goals down in London to make it 2-2. Antonio played through. Leno made the save, but it ricochets off the number 5. A huge stroke of luck, but we will take it 2-2. 10 minutes to go. Corner for Arsenal. Header in on goal, just off target. I'll take this point. Can we hang on? I'm going to bring on Odriozola for more experience in the fullback role to try and deal with Suarez. And as we're in stoppage time, what a result this will be for Cardiff, and I did not see this coming. Onana's blushes are spared. He is the luckiest man in London, and I'll tell you what, he's going to buy Ben Woodburn a pint of bitter after that game. 2-2 the final score. What a big comeback point for us, and I'll say you've done brilliantly to come back and salvage draw. I'm proud of you. Very proud of you. Big point for Cardiff. Massive result away against Arsenal at the Emirates, where we struggled so much throughout the course of the save. Unfortunately, the other 3 teams in the top 4 all won their games, but I'll still take the point. That extends the gap to 4 on City in 5th. We've got the better goal difference record as well, and I would say with the remaining fixtures we've got, we should be able to pick up at least 3 more wins. That will be 9 points on the board, 73 in total. And hopefully, 1 more win as well would be enough in our final 7 to give us top 4 football. That is a brilliant result, that. That was a great comeback and a massive point. Brilliant result. Andre Onana, though, what was he doing? What on earth was he doing? That first goal, I mean, the second goal, obviously we know goalkeeper animations are so poor, so you have to take them with a bit of a pinch of salt, but the first goal, no excuse whatsoever. Absolutely no excuse. I'm going to pick the lineup now for the Crystal Palace game on Saturday afternoon. Going to go back to the 4-2-3-1 for the game as well. I'll tell you what, if we can get through to the FA Cup final this season and make Champions League football for next year as well, whether we win it or not, I'll still call it a good season. We've still got to make it through, and with a late kickoff for the game as well, because United lost to the league leaders Liverpool, not league leaders now, are they, but the champions Liverpool, by 2-0 in a midday kickoff. And I want to see the Premier League results as well, because Spurs and City both played today as well, and City won, but Southampton took points off Spurs. Well done, boys. 3-3 there, but City do cut the gap to 1 point now in the Premier League. We have got the game in hand and a better goal record, but it's so tight in the race for that fourth and final European space. And we're only 5 points off the league leaders Chelsea as well, so it's been a crazy season, this. And this is what I've meant throughout the course of the save. Breaking the top 6 up in Football Manager is just so hard to do in an RTG save in English football. Anyway, second and final game, it's Crystal Palace here at Wembley in the late kickoff for the FA Cup and the right to play Liverpool in the final. And whilst we are firm favourites of the game, again, it's worth pointing out, I mentioned it in the last episode, we've had a very poor season this year against teams domestically in the Cups. And we've only scraped through in pretty much every single tie apart from the last one. So this will be our team for the game with one last minute change due to Stefano being too tired to play the game. It's a 4-2-3-1. Henderson is back in after Onana's shocker away at the Emirates. No surprise there. And the back four has gone Cowers, Kimpembe, Geordie and Odriozola, with Big Dick Vic playing alongside McKennie through the middle, because Camarasa loves a big game, and he's played well for us this season. Attacking field trio, Sessegnon on the left, Jason on the right, and Alenya through the middle, with Paleo Maria back in up top. Can he guide us to Wembley for the final? Let's find out. And on the bench, Onana, Matip, Davis, Ward-Prowse, Gonzalez, Woodburn, and Pedro Antonio as well. In fact, I'm not sure Gonzalez is going to play about 86%, and we've got a game on Tuesday, don't we, against Villa. So in fact, I'll save Gonzalez here, and I'll put Murphy on the bench instead. So yeah, second and final game, it's Crystal Palace. It'll be a massive choke if we go out here. Let's avoid the cup set. Come on, you Bluebirds. They do have Swansea City legend Gabriel Barbosa up top as well. There's no Marcel Sobotka, interestingly enough. For those that have been keeping your eye on the saves, I'll say to the boys calmly, I expect you to come back after the match as finalists. For those that have been keeping an eye on the save, Sobotka was part of the Crystal Palace team after we sold him to them for a few years, but he left to join Wolfsburg, and now he's actually playing for St Etienne in France, so there's no Marcel Sobotka for Palace. But come on, Cardiff City. You know, we've won every single game but one since we've been at Wembley. Our record is 3-1. So let's see if we can extend it to 4-1 today and make it through to the cup final. Come on, you Bluebirds. First highlight falling to the Championship side. Nope. To the Premier League side as Sessegnon wins back and Alenya picks it up and goes past his man and is tackled by Kepa, but Camarasa picks it up, and as Vic finds Jason leading the team out and leading the team hopefully to the FA Cup final. The captain has come really good in big games in recent weeks. The 2 goals against United, the late penalty against Liverpool to salvage a point, and now putting us in front at Wembley to make it 1-0. Camarasa gives him the ball, Jason slices through the defense and fires it into the back of the net after some shambolic goalkeeping, which we see in every FM episode. 1-0 Cardiff are in front early. Going to tell the boys to get creative on the sideline, because other than that, we haven't done anything in the half so far. I want some more chances. I want a 2-goal cushion heading into half-time. As Jason down the right, we're looking for the captain here, and I like it, as he tries to cross, and it deflects to Camarasa, 25 yards from goal, and as Alenya strikes it from just outside the area. He loves a long shot, Carls, but couldn't direct it goal-bound. Still 1-0, but a nice spell of pressure this for in the Premier League side. Odriozola's cross to Maria, heads it on, and there's our second goal. 41 goals for the season, and that's one of his biggest of the campaign. Paleo back in the team, back on the score sheet, nods it home, and it's all about the Spaniards at Wembley. Camarasa to Jason, and now Odriozola to Maria. Beats 2 men in the air, heads it into the top corner. 2-0 Cardiff, perfect first half an hour. And if we can go 3 goals up before the break, that would be fantastic. Such a strong lineup for this game, even with the Villa game coming on Tuesday night, because I didn't want to take any chances. No chances taken tonight. Just need to get the job done efficiently. Goncalves down left, crosses Maria. Oh, it's free. Perfect first start from Cardiff City. 3 goals up. And for Crystal Palace, unless they can mount an incredible fight back in the second half, we are making it through and avoiding the cup set. Held Goncalves down left-hand side, plays a 1-2 of Ryan Sessegnon. Lovely cross by the Portuguese fullback, and Maria latches onto it from 4 yards and simply couldn't miss. 3-0, perhaps the game done before the half-time whistle even sounds. So I'm going to lower the tempo now for the final half an hour as well. Camarasa is so good at dictating tempo as well. He's such a big part of our team. And now if we try and regain the possession, or retain possession as well as we can, and just try and kill the pace of this game, I think we can walk our way through to the final. And if Sessegnon makes it 4, that puts the game beyond doubt. Great cross by Carls. Ryan on the end of it at the far post. Puts it home. 4-0 Cardiff. Game done. And that is all she wrote. Cardiff City in to the FA Cup final, where we'll take on Liverpool at Wembley. It's basically our second home now. 3 straight cup finals for Cardiff in 3 years, and our first FA Cup final to save. Now I say to the boys, calmly, keep it calm. Congratulations, lads. You've all dreamt of playing in the final, and now you're going to be doing it. I'm delighted for you all. Maria bagging a brace, Jason with 1, and another goal scored by, who got the other? Oh, Sessegnon as well in the second half too. So Liverpool in the FA Cup final. And buzzing for that as well, because again, we've got a 100% record in the finals, 2 from 2 against Spurs and Watford in the Carabao Cup final. But this will be a different beast. Liverpool have been so good in the save in the FA Cup final, our first of the save. That's going to be tough. It'll be the final game of the season. And of course, don't forget, really, it's our only chance of winning silverware this year. So that will end today's episode of the Football Manager series, guys. So a big thank you for watching. Really hope you have enjoyed it. If you did enjoy today's episode, please drop a like, as likes are, of course, very much appreciated. And they really help the channel out as well. Much love to you all. Have a fantastic day, and we'll come back with games against... I mean, we can't go all the way to the final 2 Premier League games. There's still so much to be settled. So what we'll do is we'll play these 3 games off camera here, and we'll come back for Chelsea at home and Bournemouth away, because Chelsea right now are the league leaders. Can't miss that game. And Bournemouth away, and then the final 2. No, actually, no, because there's Liverpool, isn't it? We'll do Southampton away, and then Chelsea at home, and then Bournemouth away, and then Spurs at home in the final 4, split up over 2 episodes, and then we'll come back for the FA Cup final in the season finale as well. So let's do a double upload today. Let's do a double upload today since it's Saturday. And we'll come for Southampton away and Chelsea at home. Much love, guys. Have a great weekend. And I'll see you for the next episode later on tonight. Bye now.